Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I heard Dr. King speak at the March on Washington in 1963. I was 16 years old. I went to the march with my girlfriend and her mother. We got there early. We started at the Capitol, and I got my sign from a man that I thought was the tallest man in the world, Wilt Chamberlain. And my sign said jobs and equality for all. And then we got in line, and as luck would have it, I was the 7th row. So 7 rows behind Dr. King and his wife and all of the clergy and the AFL-CIO. And it was a beautiful day. And when Dr. King spoke, he mesmerized the crowd. He energized us. And we left there. For myself, I knew that I had to do anything and everything I could for the community. Dr. King's message that day were several things. One, he announced to the United States government that he had come to cash a promissory note that had been marked insufficient funds. And then he had a message of hope for all of the people who were there, and they were a myriad of folk, black, brown, white, young, old. The message was, we can do this. We will get there. And know that I've already gone there. I've seen the promised land, and that we will get there one day. I know for a fact that Dr. King's death, John Kennedy's death, Malcolm X's death, Robert Kennedy's death, all played a part in my wanting to speak out and speak up. And so I knew that wherever I would go, I would be one to speak out. It was interesting that, as I mentioned, the sign that I carried, jobs and equality for all, it was predestined, I believe, because little did I know that before Dr. King spoke, he had met with clergy, and he said to each clergyman that they should take a plank from his speech, something from his speech, and go back to their cities and hamlets and wherever they were from and develop that plank. And so that jobs and equality sign I carried, then that came full circle. And in 1979, I left and went to become the executive director of an OIC. So for 11 years, I was out there, still carrying that plank. Have we gotten there as Dr. King said we would? I don't believe so. I think that we were heading in that direction, but today the world seems so polarized. And that was the exact antithesis of what Dr. King was about. To get to his dream, I believe that we must learn to trust more, to love more, to give people the benefit of the doubt, not to be so angry with one another, and not fall victim to separatist ideas. That wasn't Dr. King at all. The day that the march occurred, my young eyes, what did I see? On that front row, I saw black, white, brown, young, old, clergy. I saw all. And what that said to me was that this movement was not just about black people. Never was. It's about people who believed in civil rights for everyone. And from that standpoint, I saw a lot of people that didn't have my skin coloring who were out there and were passionate about what they stood for and believed. One thing I would like the students to know about Dr. King was that he was a man of action, a man of his word. Remember, this man went to jail for what he believed in. He was threatened on many occasions, but he had been given a message from God. That was what he believed. And that message said, despite what's around us, we've got to push forward. So the young people today, study that period of history, because we can learn so much from what happened and then we improve upon it. We believed that the road to the promised land was through education. And I don't think that they were wrong then, and I certainly don't believe that we're wrong now. Education is the key that can unlock a lot of this.